So I've made it through my second week of rehearsal, but I still haven't rehearsed yet. As I said in the previous video, the company is currently rehearsing the Icon's second show, which is The Effectors, and The Wizard of Oz doesn't start rehearsing for a couple of weeks yet, so I have had my entire week free. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. It has not been a hardship sitting here in the sunshine, and having nothing to do is really kind of a princess problem. I'm the sort of person who functions better with some structure, so I've been trying to carve out a little routine for myself. I get up fairly early so that I can have my breakfast and coffee and get myself ready for the company class I take every morning. And I tend to wind things down fairly early in the evening. Around 6:30 or 7 I have some dinner and then watch a couple hours of television. The TV in the apartment doesn't get all that many channels, and they're mostly channels that show old sitcoms, so I've been watching a lot of All in the Family and The Jeffersons and seeing tons of ads for hearing aids and commemorative coins. During the day, it's a little harder to find things to keep myself busy. I got groceries one day. Another day I did laundry, which took the better part of an afternoon, so that was nice. I'm still trying to get my 14,000 steps in, and lucky for me, I discovered there's a nature path that goes around the perimeter of the campus, which is a much nicer hike than the trip to Target. And I also learned that there is a shuttle bus that stops here and takes you directly to Target, which eliminates the need to walk there. I've taken that shuttle bus trip a lot. So many times that I've gotten to know the bus driver, Tanya, better than anybody else in the company. I bought a set of sheets. The housing does provide linen, but I figured I'm going to be here long enough that I might as well sleep on some nice sheets. And after a couple nights at 400 thread count, I realized it was a good investment. There were a couple highlights worth mentioning. One, a friend of mine who lives down here came and picked me up and we went to lunch together. It was great catching up with her. We've known each other forever, but we've not seen each other in a while. We met back, almost 25 years ago when we were doing 42nd Street in Europe. And the other highlight is that I got to see another office run, the office run of Sequins and Feathers. I mentioned that show in the previous video because it's the one directed and choreographed by Kevin Wilson, who gave the masterclass last week. Sequins and Feathers is a pretty traditional Vegas-style revue. It's high energy, it has great pop music, and even better choreography. And let me tell you, this cast can sing and dance. I think the only thing that would have made it better would have been if we could have seen it with full tech and costumes. I'm assuming the costumes have lots of sequins and feathers, at least I hope so. The show plays on the Quantum of the Seas, which does Alaskan and other Pacific itineraries, so if you find yourself cruising on Quantum of the Seas this year, make sure to check out Sequins and Feathers. So that's about it for the second week. If you're seeing this video on TikTok or YouTube, I'm also posting photos and other content daily on Facebook and Instagram, so consider following me or Broadway Barfly on those platforms, and I'll have another video update for you next week.